We were pretty young when we got married too. I was 21 and she was 18, and there were a lot of people that did not think it was a good idea for us to get married. When Talitha originally went to the hospital, it was on October 29th, 2010, and she was about 6 months pregnant. And then she called me, and she said that she was having problems and that she thought her water broke. She was 3 centimeters dilated at the time. So Talitha went to Mac, and she was in there for 4 days, and then she had to give birth to Edmund because she went to 10 centimeters, and he was really small. He was 1 pound, 15 ounces. My wedding ring went down to his elbow when he was 2 weeks old. And like everything's there, but nothing's developed. As a guy, I wanted to fix it. Like you walk into a situation, you see a problem, you want to fix it. When they took him out and they put him in the incubator, there was nothing I could do to fix it. Like, I didn't know what to do. He had pretty much every health issue you could think of in the book. But the big thing with premature babies, anyone will tell you this about premature babies, is brain bleeds. That's what you don't want when you have a premature child. And he had a pretty bad brain bleed. At Mac, they told us he had the worst they had ever seen. The first meeting we had with doctors was about 3-4 days after he was born. And at that point, when they told us about the brain bleed, they asked if we wanted to pull the plug. And about a week or 2 weeks later, they strongly recommended that we pull the plug. And we were really young for that. You know, like I was 22 and Talitha was 20, and to have a doctor come and tell you that, you know, this baby you brought into the world isn't gonna survive. But we kind of just decided that we were just gonna, you know, just keep him going, whatever it took. We were gonna try to give him as good a life as we could. That first year, I was miserable. I was really miserable. And I was really hard on Talitha too. And no one other than her would have stayed with me. But when you're in denial and you just we were just trying to survive, really. But the great thing about Edmund was he kept fighting back. He just keeps developing and keeps learning new things, and he keeps surprising me. I feel like I've been given a lot that I can't handle without God. And there are a lot of times that, you know, I just had to think God, why me? But he chose me to be Edmund's dad. For some reason, he gave Edmund to me. There's no words to describe that. We went to Central once and we drove in, and it's kind of like, you know, we really want to come back. We found a life group with kids that have had issues in the past as well, and the parents are a little bit older than us, which is great because, you know, we can kind of learn different things from them, so that helps a lot as well. You can't do it without God. There's absolutely no way you could do it without God. It is impossible to deal with that kind of stuff without having some kind of hope. And like now, if you look at Edmund, like he's walking in a walker, and but like he talks and he can count. But with premature kids, there's no real way to fix it. So that's really tough to watch, like, especially as I just want to fix it. You know what I mean? And there's no real way to just fix it. It's an everyday thing. But me and Talitha have the expectations that he's gonna be able to do things that pretty much anybody can, because he hasn't really shown us otherwise. I remember putting our kids to bed, And like me and Edmund would do this thing. I would say, love you, Edmund. And for whatever reason, instead of saying love, he would say Walu, Walu. And I put him to bed, and he said Walu, Walu, Daddy. And I was like, that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. There's no other reason. Sometimes you just have to keep fighting.